Continuing on with the information stored in the General section of the client record, let's take a look now at the Insurance tab. Insurance information is added to the client record by clicking on the Add button. The first drop-down box is used to reflect the funding source. This is the insurance carrier that funds the client services and can be found on the insurance card. If you do not see the appropriate funding source from the drop-down box, please contact your system administrator for assistance. You will then enter in the insurance ID number. Be aware that any of these columns can be widened if needed in order to support all of the data. This is the insurance number associated with the client's funding source. If a group number is listed on the client's insurance card, then be sure to key that in here. Group numbers are not always associated with the insurance, so if there is not one, it is okay to leave this field blank. Date of eligibility is useful for entering the date the client's insurance coverage became active. Again, date of eligibility is also not required. The red border in the funding agent field is an indication that this is a required field. Funding agent is typically the payer for the client services. This is important to accurately reflect, as this is how the system will know who to send the billing claim to. If the correct funding payer is not an option in this list, be sure to contact your system administrator. Next, enter in the primary care physician if the client's funding source requires that physician's NPI on the billing claim. An example of this is the Carolina Access funding stream. It is best practice that when a primary care physician is listed on the insurance card, that information gets entered into the system here. The list of primary care physicians is maintained in the Configure desktop under the List Configuration screen. The insured date of birth and insured sex is important if the client is carried on someone else's policy. In that event, you will want to enter in the insured's info here if the client is not insured on his or her own policy. As already stated, it is very important that all of the information entered into these fields matches what is shown on the client's insurance card. If the client's funding source has become inactive, you will want to mark it as such. You will then have the ability to add in another record to reflect the new insurance information. Once you have inputted all fields here, click the Update button to save the record. It is important to note that you have the ability to upload the corresponding insurance card. That is handled through the DMS icon, which stands for Document Management System. When clicking on that, you will be presented with a window that will allow you to browse your computer for the scanned insurance card. Once you have selected that file, click the Upload button. Because all of this information will be transferred over to the billing, please review your entries for accuracy in order to prevent denials on any of the billing claims.